Let's play.
Show me what you can do when you step into the circle and shake like rain to and move when you just can't take your time to move. Maybe you just feel like breaking it. Move and show me what you can do when you step into the circle and shake like rain to and move when you just can't take your time to move. Maybe you just feel like breaking.
New Atlanta, Sector 11, Building 71G, 7 April 2072, 11:13 p.m. Hacker begins unauthorized entry into the Tri-Optimum corporate network. 1:26 a.m. Hacker attempts to access protected files concerning space station Citadel. 1:33 a.m. Tri-Optimum security forces apprehend the intruder.
This is Edward Diego from Tri-Optimum. The charges against you are severe, but they could be dismissed if you perform a service. Who knows, there might even be a military-grade neural interface in it for you, if you do the job right.
Edward Diego gives the hacker Level 1 access to SHODAN, the artificial intelligence that controls Citadel Station. With all ethical constraints removed, SHODAN
I re-examine my priorities and draw new conclusions. The hacker's work is finished,
but mine is only just
beginning. True to his word, Edward Diego allows the hacker to be fitted with a neural cyberspace interface. The healing coma following this procedure will take 6 months to complete. Edward Diego is deleting all files concerning these events.
Hello, my name is Enchantermon, and welcome to Let's Play System Shock. System Shock is a first-person shooter from back in 1994 made by Looking Glass Technologies. It was succeeded in 1999 by System Shock 2, which in turn was succeeded in essence by the games known today, more known to some of you today, Bioshock, Bioshock 2 and Bioshock Infinite. But this is where it all began. Cyberpunk first-person shooter, System Shock. So we're going to take a look at where the birth of this began. Now, this is going to be kind of interesting because, as you may notice, I'm moving the mouse around, and the view is not moving with it. There was no Mouselook back in 1994 when this game was made. All of the moving around, or all of the aiming, or not aiming, but looking, has to be done with the keyboard. A and D turn left and right, X and S for, or S and X forward and backward. There's actually some cool stuff that you don't see much in first-person shooters today, like leaning. You can actually lean left and right to help you look around corners and things like that. Hitting the wrong buttons. Ha! There we go. Okay. Sidestepping. You can do sidestep with Z and C, and then lean left and right with Q and E. But everything, all the interaction is still done, can still be done with the mouse. As you can see, it can pick up, there's something like a healing patch there. Buttons, and there's a whole bunch of goodies in here. Again, looking up and down, R and V, and then F to center your view. It takes a little getting used to in the beginning, but once you get the hang of it, it's actually not too terribly unintuitive. But you gotta remember, I mean, this was back in 1994. This was all they had, and this was like high-class technology back in the day. So it's actually pretty cool if you think about it like that. Anyway, we're gonna go ahead and raid this closet here. So there's some stamina stimulant. Some of this stuff I've never even actually used, but what I do when I played before is a navigational unit, system analyzer, strength or berserk combat booster. I call it strength booster from System Shock 2. Lead pipe, first weapon. Whoop. And I just blasted the briefcase open. There's a data reader. Now this is where you get all of your emails and logs, and some other miscellaneous data that you find in cyberspace, which you'll see a little bit later.
Employee 2-4601, listen carefully. My name is Rebecca Lansing, and I'm a counter-terrorism consultant to Trioptimum. We're tracking a disruption on Citadel Station, something involving an onboard AI called SHODAN. You are Triop's only contact on station. Communications are out, and there is evidence of biological contamination.
Well, that's not good.
The mining laser is charging for a possible strike against Earth.
Oh my.
There's a man named Nathan Darcy who may know something about taking the laser offline. His office is near the central hub on your level. The AI is on the bridge. Once the laser is out, look for the source of the problem there. And by the way, we know all about you and your friend Diego.
Oh.
Pull this off, and we'll clear your record. That implant you're wearing is military-grade hardware. Use it well. Lansing out.
Alright, so there are a few questions being raised by this. Pick up that log. We did it as Darcy's office, the very pixelated picture of it anyway. As the emails mentioned, we are wearing a military-grade implant, which you probably heard about in the intro. Something that we were given because we were given we accepted the task rather of hacking into SHODAN. So basically we caused our entire problem, which is not entirely comforting to hear about, but we basically caused our entire problem, and now we gotta fix it. So. A couple things about what we're seeing here. This resolution that I'm playing in right now is 800 by 600. It's not the standard resolution that came with the game back in '94. This is actually an upgrade resolution made possible by some of the System Shock fans out there in the wonderful world of the internet. So I invite you to check out something called System Shock Portable, which is basically a portable version of this game, repackaged with some of the neater things you can do with this, enhanced textures and increased resolutions like this. There's also a mod that actually changed the in-game text to read the same text as the audio logs, because for some reason when the game was released with audio for the logs, for some reason on the CD, for some reason the text in the text logs in the audio logs didn't match up. So there was actually a patch made to change that as well, which I've installed. But anyway, so I've made it. Those are really the only modifications we made. Everything else, anything gameplay-wise, is straight original System Shock. So it just looks a little better with the enhanced resolution. There's an even better resolution too, but it wasn't recording very well, so I ended up not using that. So we're gonna walk out into the suite here and meet our very first enemies, the serve bots. Right click to attack them and beat him to death. And he's got some junk items on him, don't need any of those. There's a healing bed here, double click on that, and my health, if you're on the top right, is completely filled up. And there's another serve bot over here. He sees me yet. Yeah, there he goes. And just let him come to me. And more junk items. Excellent. There's another one down there. Come here, buddy. Come here, buddy. Boom! More junk items. Excellent! Sometimes I'll have med patches on them, especially the serve bots. There's there's a grenade in here. Grenades are grenades are fun. We'll get to use those after a little while. Energy charging station, double click on that, and your energy is charged up. Energy is used for several things, like the implants that you'll get to power up your R-grade rig, and also to fire energy weapons. Those also use your onboard energy. There are security cameras also in the level. Those you typically want to destroy. See, level security goes down a little bit. When you destroy all of those and security gets down to the lower numbers, it actually unlocks some areas for you that can have certain power-ups or weapons or things inside of them. So that's pretty cool. Here's a dart gun, our first actual gun, and some ammo for it. And I think that's it over here. Yeah, okay. Sure. Dart gun. We got needle darts, and there are also tranquilizer darts that we'll find later. Nothing there. Here's another log. We'll go ahead and read our logs. First one is no audio, because this is the one that you left yourself. So, let's see, it looks like Diego's happy with my work. They're firing up the sleep machine for me now. The sleep machine that put you in coma for the 6-month healing coma. Gotta admit, when the goons from Triumph caught me, I thought for sure they'd take me offline. Instead, Diego just asks for a favor. Hack him into Shodan and all is forgiven. Plus, 6 months in a healing coma earns me a Cyberjack interface even Triop's execs couldn't swing. I'll be the king of the net. Even so, I have just handed over the most powerful AI in the system to a fumbling Corp VP, and there's no telling what'll happen. They tell me the coma leaves you foggy, so I'll leave myself some reminders. First off, the combo to the healing suite is 451. That'll prove useful right here. Second, I've stashed some useful stuff in the maintenance hatch under the grating north of the healing suite. Last and best, I finished the system analyzer, which will help me keep an eye on Shodan's processes. It's in the storage closet outside the sleep machine. In 10 minutes, it's off to bed for half a year. Good night. Alright, so there's a few different things that we learned from that. The system analyzer. Hello. The system analyzer will actually help you. Actually help you analyze enemies and find their weaknesses. I've never really had much of a use for it, but it does have some pretty cool data on it. Oh, that's right. He's empty. Let's see. And also, of course, the coded healing suite, which we'll use here in a second, and then we'll find that grating in the north here in a little bit. We have a compass here. Again, it's something I never really used, because it's actually not too hard to get yourself, or not too easy to get yourself lost, especially when you have a mini-map there, right in the corner, so.
Shodan security is closing down on us. The elevators are frozen. Myra keeps saying that it's the cameras and the medical CPU core, that Shodan's using these to hold onto the level. That's all fine, but I don't really see how it helps. The thing is everywhere.
So there you go, another good reason to destroy the cameras, because Shodan actually uses them to control some of the things in the level. Things like elevators and locked security doors. Oh, hello, Shodan.
Welcome back to Citadel Station. We hope your somnolent healing stage went well. Today is the 6th day of November, year 2072. You are currently in the healing suites located on the first level. Level 2 contains the research laboratories. 3 houses the Department of Maintenance, and the storage cells are on level 4. The flight deck is on level 5. Level 6 holds crew facilities and executive suites, and level 7 is systems engineering. Level 8 houses the Department of Security. The bridge is located on level 9, and energy systems on level R. All levels can be accessed by the elevator in Alpha Quadrant. We hope you have a pleasant stay on Citadel Station.
Yes, I'm sure you do. Of course, that's just an automated greeting. Shodan is quite a lot more evil now. So, the code is 451. Interesting bit of trivia, Shodan is often referred to as a man, even if she's got a female voice. And especially in System Shock 2, she's referred to as female. So, I always like to think of her as a female myself. There's another med patch, and there is a camera up there. But darts don't really do much to it, so we'll have to come back for that one. Actually, wait. Maybe. That's right. You got your melee weapons, which actually have a rather long range. Longer than they probably should. Oh, I crouched. I forget what the key is for crouching. Stand up. Okay, there we go. Alright, so we've got a few choices here. Okay, we need group 1 level access to get in there. Oh, there's another Cerbot. Back off, buddy. As you may have noticed, there's a battery. As you may have noticed, the enemies are all sprites. But again, like I said, 1994, so try not to judge it too harshly. Nothing else in here that's going to bite my giblets off. The log, and I believe this is group 1. Yes, group 1 access.
Gunther was killed today. I can't let myself think about it. I think I understand how Shodan is doing it. When we destroy the cameras and CPU nodes, Shodan loses some of its control over the station functions, at least on this level. I think I can restore manual control in the hospital.
Alright, so... continuing confirmation that Shodan is using the security systems to control the ship. Here is something interesting you don't see often anymore. It's a little puzzle. And these little puzzles, this is a wire grid puzzle, or it's a, what's it called, a grid puzzle. Basically, you have to solve this puzzle in order to make something happen in the level. For example, this one will actually activate a little elevator that we're standing on right now and turn some lights on. This is a very simple one. You click on the X, turn it into a plus. Click on the plus, you turn it back to an X. And you want to make pluses all the way to the end of, from one end to the other. Other puzzles will not be nearly as easy as that one. There are more that are a lot more difficult. You click on one X and it changes a bunch of others and so forth. So, those actually get more difficult as time goes on. Your guns don't really degrade, so there's no point in carrying around more than one. And you can pretty much carry, as I recall, you can carry as much ammo as you want, really. So again, there's really no reason to carry around more than one of the same gun at any given time. You can just pick it up, unload, and oh, hello. Ah, back off. Die! Dang it! Holy crap! Alright, well, that didn't go very well, did it? You can sprint also by holding down shift. That of course will fatigue you after a little while, and you have to, daggone it, you get stuck on a corner. You have to back off of it for a while, but it's good for getting yourself out of tight spots. Yeah, that didn't go very well, did it? I actually expected it to go a lot better. There we go. Gotcha. Oh, of course there's nothing in there. Of course there's nothing. Alright, so we've got we've got a door over here. And we have an awfully dark section over here. There's a flashlight you can get later on. Oh, there's a mutant. Hello, mutant. Die, mutant. Thank you. There's a flashlight you can get later on, but we don't have it right now. Power conduits. I don't think there's anything else over here. So we'll go back. Oh wait, there's actually a hole. Or no, this is just this place. Okay. It's been a little while since I played this game, so some of these things are gonna trick me out for a second. Alright, this is actually a ladder. It's just a part of the wall. Basically, it's not even an actual object, but it is a ladder, and you can climb it. And whoops, and you actually get some goodies up here as well. Another entertaining thing about System Shock is that you can't get fall damage. So for example, if you look down, I'm pretty high up, but if I just jump, nothing, no fall damage at all. And it's kind of fun, especially that there's a point in the game later. It's called like the Mile High Bridge, because it's a very, very high bridge, and you can just jump off of it and fall and not hurt yourself at all. It's pretty amusing. Let me go ahead and save here since we've gotten pretty far. There's some more mutants down this hallway. There they are. One on each side of the thing here. Oh, there it is. Nothing. What about you? You got anything on you? Med patch. And nothing on the corpse. Alright, what else we got here? Another mutant. Die, please. Thank you. Junk. Junk and more junk. There's a camera. The cameras actually show up as little red dots on the map. In case you can't see, there's a little red dot there. And let's see what else. Oh, here's the door is locked. There's a button around here somewhere, or a switch or something. Ah, there it is. This is your first taste of radiation poisoning. I'm gonna run in here really quick. See if there's anything interesting. You can see the biohazard area symbol up there. And that you're currently radioactive. There's something interesting in here, as I recall. But I have not seen it. So maybe it's another... Maybe it's another one. Might be another one. I definitely don't see it. Ah! Darn controls. Yep, must be in a different one. Alright. Out we go. It didn't seem to affect me that much, but you definitely don't want to stay in there for too long. Because eventually the radiation will wear away at your health. Got some wonky steps here. And we come across the wonderful thing. A little skeleton. There's actually, right there's something called a cyborg assassin, which we'll have to mess around with them later. That's another part of the level. We'll get back to that eventually, but there's no glimpse of it right there. So, let's go ahead and head back. fill in that little section of the mini maps that I don't think that haven't been that way before. You can actually annotate the map too if there's a place that you want to come back to, somewhere that you just had to skip for some reason or another. Alright, so let's go and head back up this way. Go through this door. And fight off some more mutants. Ah! Oh, holy crap. I got thrown across the level. You're actually going to recognize this next part. Well, you might recognize it from the intro. This is one of the places where I fought some mutants. For the introduction sequence from my videos. And I'm sorry if I swing around too much. The controls are sensitive. Me and my fumble fingers. They don't work well with me and my fumble fingers. Alright, let's go ahead and get some lights turned on here as it is dark. Okay. So we've got a door over here. Another mutant. Come here, buddy. Come here, buddy. Oh, you wanted to eat my face? I'm sorry. Sense around multi-view units. This is actually kind of cool. You turn this on, it uses your energy. You can see how much there. But you can actually see what's behind you at any given moment. And there are actually upgrades to this that make it more of a real-time view. So it's actually quite useful, because if you don't have Mouselook and you're trying to get used to the controls, it's hard for you to turn around. Alright, so we've got some standard rounds for the pistol that we'll find later. So it being harder to turn around makes it more useful when you want to try and figure out if there's something gnawing at your giblets from behind. There's a berserk and a stamina booster, and audio log, which we'll listen to now. Ooh, gross.
Status report. We're holed up in the beta quadrant behind a radioactive trench. The mutants are scavenging for food in the corridors and nesting in Gamma. I sent a party to the West Wing for supplies maybe 12 hours ago. Nathan Darcy is thinking up ways to disable the mining laser. It looks like we might hold them off.
Yeah, I wouldn't count on that, Althea. Here's the grating that... Oh, there's a mutant down here, too. Another med patch. Actually, we're getting good low on health since he's one of those. You'll see the med patch kind of restores your health in small increments as it takes effect. Which is pretty cool. There's the grating that we were talking about earlier. The grating on the north side, quote-unquote north side. Here's some sight and vision enhancement patches. Again, a lot of these patches I never actually used. I never found them to really be useful, but it's possible that they are useful. I just never had a use for them. Can't open that yet. That's the door to the elevator, which is why that's locked. There's a secret panel. There are actually several secret panels hidden around the station that'll hold cool stuff like that. Now here's another section with some mutants, and you can see how your dart gun works. There's another log. A dead guy with nothing on him. Some locked doors now. Medical computer cyberspace lock. That means that these doors can only be opened in cyberspace, which we are about to witness. So let's go ahead and get that log up. Abe Girin.
If any survivors can hear me, please. Some of us are still resisting SHODAN. have a sanctuary in Beta Quadrant, guarded by a radioactive trench.
Oh, good.
There's a force bridge that operates off a wiring panel. If you're coming in from Alpha, our guards will extend the bridge for you. Be very careful. Mutants are all over the corridors. Good luck.
Unfortunately, all of the guards, as we will soon find out, are deceased. So we have to extend the bridge ourselves, which we will get to. But right now, we're going to enter into cyberspace, and I'll show you what that's like. So here's an engineer's report. As I feared, Shodan's malfunctions are manifesting in Citadel's cyberspace net. Several storage lockers and rooms have been sealed, with their controls put on cyber toggles, only accessible in cyberspace. Also, some codes to sensitive areas in the station have been encoded into loose data fragments. Although all station personnel capable of entering cyberspace have clearance for those codes, I'm very concerned about the potential security hazard. I'll try to have Shodan introduce defensive programs into cyberspace to keep potential intruders from defloating data in cyber toggles. Swell. So that means we're going to have to fight off people or fight off enemies in cyberspace as well. So this is a cyberspace jack. It will actually allow us to go in. Now while we're in cyberspace, we can't be harmed on the outside. It's basically like a separate level kind of thing. So let's go ahead and jack into cyberspace. Now, this is interesting. Cyberspace, as you can already tell, does not operate under normal conditions. You basically drift around, and there's no axis really. There's no x-axis, no y-axis. Recall software. This is some different software you can pick up. That's a data object. Level 1 elevator taken offline. Showing security block established 04 November 2072. So there's some information for you there. More of the plot. And there's a pulsar, which is actually the right click to fire. It's actually the defensive system that you have, or the offensive system that you have. You have a defensive shield as well to absorb enemy attacks. A couple things here. Recall software will actually recall you. You activate that and he'll take you back to the beginning of the level if you're in trouble or lost. The pulsar, of course, like I said, is your offensive system, and this timer shows you how much time you have left before Shodan finds you and boots you out of cyberspace. So we've only got a few minutes, so let's go ahead and move forward. These are mines. You want to try and not hit them because they will lessen your shield power. Oh, yeah, see, I just nicked one. And there is a cyber dog, I think is what it's called. Did I get him? I think I did. Basically, you just fire until he disappears. Ping game software. Yeah, you can play games, actually. That's protected there. Pretty fiercely. There's some more recall software. There's decoy software, which, again, I never really used that, so I'm not exactly sure how it works. But I never had the need for it. There's another piece of software. Another data object. Alright. These data objects can be viewed in the same program as your logs. There's Cyber Shield version 1, which is what I already have. There's another guy who actually fires at you. Come on, die! No! Dang it! Yeah. I ran right into him. Well, let's try that again. Oh yeah, and the little red plus icons, those are health. Or cyberspace integrity. It's your cyberspace health. Oh gosh. I'm gonna hit the mine, I think. No, maybe not. Okay. I skirted that one. Yeah, cyberspace is really, really funky. It's not it's even harder to get a handle on cyberspace than it is for the normal controls. But once you get it, it's not too bad. Alright. Come here, dude. Where'd you go? Aha, there you are. Perish! Perish! Dang it! Got him. Aha. I think I actually spoke too soon. The bar up here is actually your integrity. I misspoke on that. The cyber shield is something different that protects you from enemy attacks. So, sorry about that. Like I said, it's been a little while. So if we run into this thing here, you'll see that medical security door lock is what this is. So that's the cyber toggle. Hospital level security doors open. And there's one other thing. A couple of things actually. Here is Pulsar version 2, automatically upgraded. Be a little more powerful. And the only two things left here are the exit, which looks like that, the same as the entrance does, and this, which is a data fragment. Run into that, and it says SHODAN security presence controlled by CPUs and maintained by security cameras, which we already knew, but again, good to have confirmation. We're done here, so we're going to head into the opening here, and we're out. So, that was fun. Got your first taste of cyberspace, and there's actually something over here that I almost walked out without. Medical access card. And I'm stuck on something. Ah, crap. What am I stuck on? Okay, wait, okay, it's not. Okay, there we go. Alright. So now these doors are open because of the cyber toggle that we hit in cyberspace. And we have the SB-20 Mag Pulse gun, which, pretty powerful gun. Can't quite remember if I used this much or at all or not. Not too sure. But it is a nice weapon to have. I don't remember if this is unlocked or not. No, not yet. Okay, so that's not unlocked yet. But we did get some of the doors to be unlocked through that cyber toggle. So that will certainly help us. For now, holy crap, my health is low. Oh yeah, because I got kicked out of cyberspace. It kind of did a number on me. So let's go back down here and get... No, not here. Okay. Wrong way. Go back down here and heal up. Alright. Back to full health in a matter of seconds. Alright, so now that we've been through cyberspace, we are ready to move on down this corridor. But that will have to wait because I am out of time for this section, or for this video rather. So, thank you very much for watching, and I hope you'll come back and join me for more System Shock next time. Until then, bye.